Hear me out, guys. Just a few facts about ourselves. Number one, everybody wants to make a full-time income working part-time. Number two, everybody wants to be their own boss. And number three, everybody wants to work stress-free and in their own time. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Charlie Himes. I'm an entrepreneur, and every week I post a video of a business that you can start with little or no money. So make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so as you get notified of new videos posted weekly of businesses that you can start. In this video, I'm going to discuss how you can make a full-time income working part-time in the property industry. This is the business that you can do with no previous experience in this industry, and you can start it with no money. All you need is a mobile phone that you already have. Want to know how much you can realistically make? Continue watching this video and I will discuss in brief what an inventory clerk does and how much you can make. What is it? Simple. Inspecting properties and preparing reports on the condition and its contents. This is a home-based business with high earning potential in a short amount of time. You can choose to do this part-time or full-time, work as much or as little as you like, and you don't have to spend a penny on advertising as your clients are estate agents and you contact them directly. There are millions of properties in the UK, and every time a tenant moves in or out of a property, an agent will need an inventory clerk. From all the businesses I have done, this must be one of the easiest and simplest businesses. You can start with this with literally no money at all. There are no overheads and you can make thousands of pounds a month. All you need is a mobile phone with a good camera and transport, public or private. You see, in 2007, the government decided that landlords are not allowed to withhold the tenant's deposit without proof of damage. This is why it is so important for landlords and agents to do a proper and thorough inventory report on the condition of the property, including all fixtures and fittings, and having the tenant sign the report. It is also in the tenant's interest to have an inventory report done to protect the tenant themselves from being accused of causing any pre-existing defects or damage to the property. This is where you, as an inventory clerk, comes in by carrying out a detailed inspection, by compiling a report with pictures on the condition and cleanliness of the property. There are four main reports an inventory clerk does: the inventory and schedule of condition, a check-in, an interim report, and a check-out report. In my course, details in the description below, I discuss these in much more detail, but in short, the inventory and schedule of condition is the original report that is compiled by an inventory clerk and produced before the start of the new tenancy. It is carried out once the tenants have moved out and after any maintenance work and cleaning is done. This should be as near to the start of the new tenancy as possible. This part of the inventory is important for the check-in and check-out reports to be possible. A check-in report is that some agents prefer the inventory clerk to check the tenant into their new property. This can be for various reasons. The property can be far from the estate agent, the agent can be too busy to leave the office, wait around for the tenant, the faff of finding parking, etc., and sometimes just best to pay the clerk a small fee to do the work for him or her. The inventory clerk will go through the report with the tenant. They can add any details they feel the clerk has missed out. The inventory clerk will show the tenant where the meters are, explain the importance of checking smoke alarms on a regular basis, and hand over the keys to the tenant together with a signed copy of the inventory report. What's great about doing a check-in together with an inventory report is the extra money you can charge for the service. You're anyway going to the agent to collect the keys. You will be at the property doing the report, and you will save yourself time going back to the agent after to return the keys. And for the service alone, you can charge approximately £35 on top of what you charge for compiling the report. An interim report is carried out during the tenancy. This is a mid-term inspection to note how the property is being treated and to raise any issues to the landlord or the agent. Although the money is not great for these, it is important to offer the service and they can be a good quick money spinner. A checkout report is that once a tenancy has ended, a final report will be made to check the final condition of the property against the original inventory. And this is where you, as the clerk, will document any changes and pass these details on to the landlord or the agent. There are certain legal requirements you need to know about, nothing really complicated, and all are fairly simple and straightforward. These I go into more detail on the course. All right. Let's talk numbers, and for the purpose of this video, I'll base them on an unfurnished 2-bedroom, 1-reception apartment. Now, the going rate in London can be anywhere from £90 to £140 to compile an inventory report on a 2-bed. Now, I know London is more expensive than other parts of the UK, but this is only a guide and you should do your own homework and research of the going rates where you live. And as a guide, I can tell you that the going rate in London is approximately up to 30% more than other parts of the UK. At the time of making this video, which is August 2022, I charge £100 to carry out an inventory report, which is on the lower price range in London. Depending on the condition of the property, it takes me approximately 60 to 90 minutes from start to finish. I can easily do 4 to 6 of these a day and sometimes more. Now, how great would it be if one can choose to do 2 a day or 4 a day every working day of the week? But in the real world though, things don't work like this. Sometimes you can have 2 in a day, other days 4 or 5 in a day. And there'll be a mix of 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments and sometimes houses. Sometimes they'll be furnished or in a bad condition and you'll have to customize your price for these. But even so, let's base our numbers on a realistic figure of 3 a day or 15 reports per week. So based on a 2-bedroom unfurnished apartment, that's £1,500 per week, £6,000 per month, or £72,000 per year. I'm not going to discuss here your expenses. There aren't too many. The main expense is your travel, and this can vary depending on how you get to and from the properties and collecting and dropping off the keys. But the expenses aside, you then have the add-ons, like check-in after compiling the report. That's another £35 for not much extra work. Then 6 or 12 months later, when the tenancy ends, you do the check-out report. That's another £100. And sometimes you'll have an interim report to do during the tenancy. And if you do the new inventory report for the new tenant straight after doing the checkout report, with today's apps, you can literally pull all the information from the checkout report and use them for the new check-in report for the new tenant. It takes approximately 30 seconds to copy and paste all this, and you charge another £100. So now the checkout report that took you up to 90 minutes to compile and have charged the landlord or the agent £100, you're now charging £200 for both reports. And it hasn't taken you any extra time. The figures above are based on a 2-bedroom unfurnished flat. But sometimes you will get a 1-bedroom and sometimes a 4-bedroom furnished house with a garden. They can charge £150 to £200 or even more. So you see where this is going. The business is literally so easy and simple to do. And your earning potential is set by you. You can decide you only want to work with 3 or 4 agents, work a couple of days a week, or only a few hours per day. And I can tell you that doing this part-time will pay you a full-time income. You can do this as a full-time job, or you can grow this into a business and have other agents doing the work for you. The potential in this business is endless. Interested? Now, I've put together a small yet detailed course that will show you how easy it is to start your inventory clerk journey. What an inventory is, all the kind of reports that you do as an inventory clerk, how to set up your company, and a strategy that works on how to launch your company and get yourself clients. You can study this in your own pace at home and you can be up and running in just a few days. The link for the course is in the description below. Now, if you're not sure if you should run this business as a limited company or a sole trader, then click on this video where I discuss the pros and cons of a sole trader versus limited company. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos about businesses you can start with little or no money. And if you have any questions, feel free to post in the comments below or do get in touch. My details are in the description.